See, Cass said we got spanked in school. Would you be willing to let teachers whip your kids? Would teachers
No.
willing to let teachers whip your kids today?
No, I don't play that. Can't nobody, because see, I do it out of love, and other people do it out of anger. I know. If I was mad, if I was so mad, that's why I would tell her, you go to your room and I go to mine, because I was mad and I didn't want to be disciplining my child out of anger.
Would y'all let That's a good question, Cass. Would y'all let your child's teacher spank them, or have you guys allowed your child's teacher to spank them when they were cutting up in school? Y'all let us know. Is that something y'all would be okay with? I know I have friends who are educators. Shout out to all my friends that are educators. And a few of them teach in predominantly black schools for APS.
No.
And they don't spank their kids, but they call them their babies. They love what they do, one. And I think that's important to have, if your babies have teachers that love them, that resonate with them, that's a blessing. So my friends who are educators, they don't spank their babies, but they do have good relationships with their babies, aka their students' parents, to where they can kind of overstep the boundary a little bit and kind of give them that mama / auntie talking to. But that's only because they have that rapport with their students' parents, and their students' parents know that they're not coming from a bad place. They genuinely love their children. They love being educators. And I think it's the fact that it's in there's cultural similarities. This a black teacher teaching black babies. And I get not all kinfolk or not all skin folk or kinfolk, but in some situations we are kinfolk. And so I know, like, my friend, she loves children. She loves black children. She loves all children, but she's a black woman. She loves teaching black babies. And so sometimes she will kind of get that mama tone with her babies when they get out of line. But she doesn't spank them, but she does kind of, the lines do blur. And she will talk to them like she is an auntie or a mama. She doesn't always take the teacher tone. So for me personally, I would be okay with that if I had that rapport with my child's educator and I knew that they didn't mean my baby any harm, but if their teacher...
So you would let somebody spank your baby?
I said I would not be okay with anybody spanking my baby. But if you talking to my baby like maybe you an auntie would talk, versus how a teacher is quote unquote expected to talk, I wouldn't be against it. If I knew your heart, I knew your personality, and I knew you didn't mean my baby any harm. Just so we clear, I wouldn't want anybody to spank my child. I'm just saying, if I know my child's teacher and I know they genuinely have a love for children, my child, and we share the same cultural similarities, and I know where they're coming from, I wouldn't be against them saying, sit your children. You know how some of those black teachers be, y'all, on social media. You see how the black teachers interact with their black children. I'm talking about the ones that love their children, not the ones that are abusive or abusing them. I'm talking about the ones that have a heart for their children. Sometimes they do come off like they are auntie as opposed to a teacher. The lines do blur. I'm just saying I wouldn't be against that. Let me see. Cass said my 4th grade teacher had a belt named Betsy. Oh, that's old school right there. Betsy.
Or back in the day when they would take them rulers, they would take about 9 or 10 rulers and put a rubber band around them, and you had to hold your hand out and they hit you in your hand with them rulers.
Yeah, Queen Lily said, I got paddled in school and I slapped the principal. No lie told. She told me she ate me. So Queen Lily, you basically saying you've been about this life as a jit, as a small fry. You've been about that action. Know it. Queen Lily said, don't let the beautiful face fool you. Don't let the fact I sit on my throne. I'm about it.
So call me down and say, yes, I get what you're saying, Sammy. Okay, she wouldn't be against it.
Like my friend, sometimes she talk to her babies like they her niece or nephew, but she don't mean no harm. But sometimes you do kind of have to get a little tone with kids. Because my friend, she teaches kindergarten. She does. She did pre-K and now she's with kindergarten. So she got the babies. They be jittery and doing stuff. You know how it is.
Thank you, y'all.
You have to talk to them a few times when they little like that.
You gonna do soft parenting. So you ain't gonna pitch your babies.
I'ma try. I'm not making no promises, so y'all don't hold me to it. If in the future I say I pop my child, I don't want you. Remember in 2025, you said you wasn't gonna do that. Don't hold me to that, y'all. I said I'm gonna try to do the soft parenting. I'm gonna pray about it. I'm gonna try. I don't know how realistic that is, but I'm gonna try.